Mom?
Glass.
Oh.
You know what I say, there's gotta be another way. I love how it's right on top of the Waffle House. You know, you gotta start somewhere. Now I'm just gonna set this cup up. That's how that goes, right? I'm gonna forget that part. Gotta be another way. Do the things I want to do today. I could use a little more of my vocals in the monitor. Oh yeah? Yeah.
Check, check. Check 1, 2.
Say hey.
Who am I saying hey to?
I have no idea.
People of Instagram?
The people of Instagram and
Oh.
YouTubes.
Oh, and the YouTubes.
Yeah.
Hey, people of Instagram and the YouTubes.
Steve and Scott and Nancy's here, and Justin's here, and Zach's here, and guess who's not here? Matt. I am, yeah.
One, we're having monitor problems. Check one, check one.
Are you an artist? She ties himself to pop music. Are you an artist? Unique with it. So that is an art thing. So saying that he took popular culture
So welcome to the green room. It is literally probably 4.5 feet wide and like 10 feet long. And they told me that there's a cool story behind it, that they didn't have a green room when they first started doing this. And that Lisa Marie Presley wanted a green room. She had that in her rider that she had to have a green room, so they cut one out for her. And that's why there's a random small green room in here. It's really cool. They made me a honey, Jack Daniel's honey whiskey with ginger and lime. Of course, lime. I'm just gonna stab you with the curling iron. So, it's really cool out there on the wall. They've got where John Mayer has won the open mic shootout before. So I'm playing where John Mayer's played before. Round 554 to Nashville. Cars packed to the brim. Everybody, the contractors that left almost all the lights on in the house. I hope they're paying my electricity bill. Oh wait, they're not. They fled the scene. Lights, upstairs light, the kitchen light, but they didn't leave the living room light on, so that's something. And didn't they leave the heat on? 78. Hey, you told me to hurry, that we had to get there before lunch.
Where's the chisel?
You had it last, I don't know.
Well, let me take my shower and I'll see if I can find.
What's my most basic way to put this? I'm miserable. And you know, maybe if things weren't going the way that they were with the house, maybe I wouldn't be, but I am. My mom just burped in the bathroom, that was nice. Mom and I are not getting along very well, and every little bit of bad luck that we have up here just adds more tension to our relationship. And I'm pretty sure that my neighbors have about lost their minds with us yelling at each other because they're connected right to us. Yeah, right now I want to go home to Georgia. I don't either, Mom. And nothing but cold water in the shower. Yep. First day we were here, I washed my hair in the sink. So let me preface this by saying I realize that there are some people out there that live on the street. There's actually a lot of homeless people here in Nashville. Realizing I'm privileged and that I'm grateful that I have a roof over my head at all. Two now. One in Georgia. Shower's loud, ain't it? I don't think anybody's happy when they waste money on something. I think you've gotten from the last couple of videos that this place was a piece of crap to begin with, and we thought that we could renovate it without spending a ton of money and without going broke. and without getting screwed over. But long story short, painters came in and did a pretty shoddy job, and then we had a second set of contractors come in, did some pretty good stuff, and then quickly started to do stuff that didn't look good. We got back here Sunday night after my show at Eddie's Attic, which went better than I thought it would, but I did forget my guitar, and thank God that the tour manager for Julia Nunes was able to come up here because they were going up here after Eddie's as well, and so they brought my guitar and my jacket that I left down there. My brain was not in the right place. We walk in and I knew that we'd focus mostly on the shower having a hole in it, like the tub part, because they dropped something on it, and then fled the scene, left the keys in the house, and wouldn't answer my mom anymore. Mom had called them and expressed her greatest concerns, and the lady said we were being unfair. So needless to say, we haven't seen them again, and we walk in here Sunday, and of course the first thing that we notice is that, well, the stairs, it's one of the worst jobs I've ever seen. I'll put some videos in right here.
Ew, look at the stairs. They look so bad. The stain's not even dry. Ew, it's sticky.
It is, ain't it?
A little bit. I wanted this white, and it's not. They didn't paint these at all. Gosh darn it. What are we gonna do? Well, whatever was left of these stairs, they gel stain them on top, and it's sticky still even a week later after they abandoned this project, and everything's sticking to it, and it's on the walls, and I'm pissed. Well, first of all, they bought all new stair treads that they've now ruined. We paid for those stair treads. Ugh. That's the least of my worries right now. How are you doing, buddy? Hell, I'll just welcome you in, because you're probably just glad to actually be alive in this shithole. Oops. Why ruin brand new stair treads? Like, why? Instead of wiping the stain off like you're supposed to, and you're supposed to stain them before you put the treads on the stairs, they just left it on, it looks like, and then maybe polyed over it. So it was still kind of tacky and dark brown, like a black, like I wanted like a natural dark wood. It just looks horrible. And then we get upstairs and we notice the shower, and yeah, they patched that hole. It doesn't look too bad, but what looks really bad is the fact that they clearly didn't know how to put shower tile in. The shower tiles are crooked and the grout looks terrible. Look how crooked this is, y'all. I'm serious. Look at this shit.
You walked a crooked mile.
And then this is crooked here. Oh my god. Look how bad that looks up. Oh.
Lindsay, gosh.
Ew.
I was expecting the worst. It really don't look as bad as I thought.
Look at the little details. Like, look at the little corner.
And honestly, I think if I were a 5-year-old, I could have done a better job than that. I don't even know how to tile. I don't know how these people are licensed contractors. And not only did they do that, but then they took out the vanity in the bathroom and the mirror. And before they even put it back, they didn't paint. Like, you're supposed to paint where the mirror, where it wasn't painted behind in the first place. No, they just hung it back. Holes in the wall, scratches on the new paint, which looked terrible anyway.
How well the corner paint was done. Yeah, I touched that and it fell off. What a work of art.
Just all sorts of Hold on a second, I need to have a little bit of a drink. So anyway, everyone who's painted or spackled anything has painted over nails. Like, how hard is it to rip the nails out and patch the holes? They painted over the nails. Monday night, I was really pissed off, and I went through and I ripped out a lot of the nails and spackled a lot of the holes. I tried my best to mesh and spackle the corners of the archway going into the kitchen, because whoever ripped the plastic pieces off, I think it was the first set of painters, they ripped all the way up to the stud in certain places. I tried to follow instructions online and get mesh tape and mesh it, and I don't know, I got like one little part of it done, and I still don't think it's gonna look right. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Here's my attempt at meshing all of this that they ripped out. I mean, you can still see some of the mesh, but I mean, it's going somewhere. This is the rough part right here that started peeling up because I started to stand it too early. So I mean, all I gotta really do is take a sander to it, I guess, and then paint it. Who knows? This stud's still showing through here. What can you do?
except be pissed off that you let dumbasses come in here.
We had a couple friends come out, people that I know here from the music business. They came out to look at what they could do to help, and they've offered to help. Let me tell you a little bit about the music stuff I dealt with up here before I go. So a lot of the Broadway music here, and this is not to insult, I don't want these bars coming after me, so I'm not even gonna say where I played. A lot of the Broadway shows and bars and the music scene down there is disposable, meaning like the people who play down there and the shows that happen down there, they come and go very quickly. People come and go very quickly. They book the people literally the day before the show, which can be a good thing if you're coming up here and you didn't know you were coming up here and you needed a show. But let's just say this, it costs anywhere between $20 and $35 to park your car downtown Nashville or to take an Uber there and back to play down there. They put you with a couple other people usually, like a 3-piece, and you're all playing guitar, and you fill in on harmonies where you can, you play guitar when you can, you sing when you can, and you make about $120 for all three. You have to divide that between 3 people, $40 a piece, if that. Sometimes it's 25, sometimes it's 35. Yes. And sometimes you make nothing but tips. Now with it being a Tuesday that I performed and really cold outside, there was one show I made $7 in tips after we divided them. One show where I made about $40 in tips after we divided them. And one where I made, I don't know, is it like $3, $4? I don't know. It was rough. As you can tell, I'm very dysphoric and tired and just not myself right now. It's what happens. But I think that my anxiety medication right now is blocking my panic attacks. It's just making me feel like a zombie. I have faith that God sent me here for a reason, but at the same time, I haven't quite got myself comfortable here yet. And I haven't quite found the right paths here yet. So who knows? I'm just gonna keep playing it by ear and taking what comes to me and seeing what works. Mom and I are gonna try not to kill each other. I will see y'all soon. Breathe.
Can you see that wall moving? Wow. Look at that. Foam and the caulk wouldn't hold this thing where it's supposed to be. This is some Class A work. Nice. Well, when you do put a backer in, I guess you don't use trim nails. This whole wall is moving. Good try, you.
I'm so glad to be home. I'm so glad that I get to take a shower that's actually warm and actually gives me enough time to wash my ass and my hair. She rolls into town, wrapped in gold and diamond bound. Everyone comes to see the poster girl for luxury.